All right, music fans, welcome back. It is I, Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people, just like you right there and just like me here. So, my idea for the perfect Glenn Frey replacement, of course, you got Deacon Frey, which is, yeah, it's close to perfect. But rather than bringing Vince Gill in, everybody's going to keep busting on me for busting on poor Vince Gill. But wouldn't J.D. Souther make sense? Wouldn't he have made a ton of sense? Now, I thought to myself, but this is about name ID. This is about name ID. Irving azoff probably thought about this and said, yeah, Vince Gill, name ID. You need a guitar player. You don't need a picker. And J.D. is more of a picker, because he's a singer-songwriter. He's going to know his way around the guitar, but is he able to play at the level that Vince is supposedly playing at? I'd say, hire a rhythm guitarist or teach Joe Walsh how to play rhythm. I mean, I don't know what to tell any of these guys. J.D. Souther, brilliant musician. What a history with both the Eagles and Linda Ronstadt. He's helped the Eagles almost throughout their career come up with songs. Heartache Tonight with Glenn Frey and Bob Seger. Again with his buddy Glenn on New Kid in Town. Best of My Love is J.D. Souther. Heart of the Matter with Don Henley. That's J.D. Souther. How Long? The Eagles' Long Road Out of Walmart CD. That's J.D. Souther. That's a straight up J.D. Souther tune. They were jonesing for a song, and they were like, okay, we used to do this one live. Let's bring it back. And, the way they explained it was like, here's a chestnut that you haven't heard in a while. No, it would have been a perfect song for, like, On the Border, or maybe even Desperado. Maybe a little too happy-go-lucky for Desperado. But still, the guy knows how to write songs, and he's had an amazing career. Again, Long Branch Penny Whistle was the band he was in with Glenn Frey prior to the Eagles, okay? So, I get it. You had to take Bernie Leadon because he's a lead guitar player. But, man, the Eagles might have been even more of a force, if that's possible, if you had J.D. Souther. Maybe you wait another year or two for Felder to show up, and you got Felder and Souther in this band. But... by the way, if you're looking for some material to supplement your Eagles collection, there was this little super group of Souther, Hillman, and Furay. They had 2 albums during the 1970s, and holy crap, Batman, they're good. They're really good music. In addition to the solo efforts, I think Black Rose is one of my favorite J.D. Souther albums. His debut, obviously, is great, and... the album toward the end of the 70s when You're Only Lonely came out, which, if you're a Roy Orbison fan, you're thinking, it's Roy, but it's not. It's J.D. Souther. The song actually hit the top 10. Great, great record. One of those just amazing one-hit wonders, which it's kind of hard to imagine that this guy only had one hit. Now, he did also sing with James Taylor on Her Town 2, which hit number 11, I believe, on Billboard. So, I'm telling you, J.D. Souther would have been the guy. With all that songwriting cred, with all that history with Glenn and the Eagles, and even Don Henley, to me, that would have made the most sense. But, instead, we got Vince Gill. The thing about J.D. Souther is he's one of these unsung singer-songwriter heroes. He's to the Eagles as like J.J. Cale was to Eric Clapton. Eagles needed an idea. Eagles need to do some songwriting. They go to the source, and the source typically was J.D. Souther. So that's my video. I'm just wonder if they even considered J.D. Is he too old for it? 72 years old? Is he a lousy guitar player? I mean, I don't know all of the facts here, but I can tell you, as far as fit goes, and friendship with Glenn Frey, I mean, you bring in Deacon, obviously, still, and you bring in J.D., and then you bring Felder back. And then you got tons of guitars to deal with. Okay, you got Joe, you got Stewart if you still need him. Somebody there has got to play rhythm. And imagine the harmonies that JD brings, because he harmonizes on pretty much everything. He's background sung. I mean, his studio work is legendary. It's all over the map, but mostly over on the West Coast, because that's truly the kind of music he is. Check out his acoustic album, too, that he did a few years back. He's got renditions of all of his hit songs with the Eagles and as a solo artist. All right, I'm done. That's my video. J.D. Souther could have been Eagle number 5 or Eagle number 6, depending on who's in the band. What do you think about that? I think it would have been a great idea. Anyway, I'm done. Talk to you later.